Hello, friends. I just had my afternoon tea. It was ginger, by the way. Yes, I'm a tea drinker when I've had enough coffee. Gotta get the caffeine, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's get back to the Maze of Madness. This is gonna take a while. This is actually the average length for the Duke Nukem 1 level in at least the second episode, so we're just gonna have a lot to talk about. Might do a bit of, unrelated blog stuff. But the main thing is that there's going to be Duke letters. There's going to be There's going to be a third firepower, or the second firepower to give me 3 shots. That's important. I'm going for it first. That's going to carry me to the rest of the game, basically. And then, yeah, that's it. I guess a couple keys. And I'll have to go through I'm going to go through the shortcut in order to get my U, and I'll demonstrate that how it shows. And just skipping most of the level. Important for speedrunners. So you should know about it. In fact, if you're just going to speedrun this, just look at some level maps. You can see them on VG Maps. That's what I did. There's even a level editor if I really need to see that, which that's actually something I did do to do that custom Duke Nukem pack. So yeah, I'm all acquainted with the tools of the trade. That's how we rolled here in Gaming with Land. We studied the games extremely profusely because of my obsession, obviously. I don't even know. I try to make a profession, and it's just like, oh, but you're one of those games. I'm like, I was a gamer before I even knew what that meant. Oh well, different strokes for different folks. High voltage! Ah! It's like, you want the help, you're gonna hit yourself once. Okay. It just keeps going. It keeps going in the endless gray like my amoral relativity. Theory-wise. Just like string theory, string cheese theory, delicious. Except when you're intolerant of such thing, the tolerance paradox does not imply to lactose. Yes, I'm on the ball now. Whoa! Nucleus peptides. GM. Keep spouting nonsense, it'll make sense. Here's my gun power-up. 3 shots at once. I'm a little upset by, the small screen here, because you're just going to see most of this HUD most of the time. I suppose if I zoomed in and be like, well, we stretched that up for you, but nah. It's part of the experience. Even that stupid black bar at the bottom. Oh. I noticed I don't have that top R on the top left now. I guess it appears that it wants to. Or maybe, you know what, maybe the R showed up in level 1 when I was going to qualify for a user recording, which you can do that. I just forgot how it works, and don't find it too necessary. I mean, it'd be cool back in the day, because it's like, you have a shitty-ass computer, but you can still make replays of an old game at the time, without need of, video recording tools. That's pretty good. I know you can do that with Doom also. It's like, wow, that's amazing! So, gotta love the recording tools. Even back then when people were trying to do, video walkthroughs on, a VHS, you just, get from the shady backside of a store and be like, okay. But it sounds more like an 80s promo. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? Get all those enemies for 1,000 bonus points, Fuck. I don't even know if they were people were particularly good at the time or what they knew what that meant. Instead, just, call the hotline and be like, hey, what is this? I know that's what Zelda's about, is figuring out together, because no one knew what was going on. It's so cryptic, man. I love cryptic shit, though. It's in my it's in my veins, my genes. It's all over my spleen. Spleen. Spleen, spleen, spleen. Oh. That is way too much dynamite. I find it funny that the enemy's trying to shoot me when it clearly can't. Although, more interestingly, it's trying to shoot when it's not even at my level. I thought it was designed to shoot me when I was actually in front of it, but whatever. This isn't exactly AI, now is it? Despite all the robots, what would have them believe you to? I don't even know what's up with that, what I could infer to be the green bee texture. That's what I'm calling it. These graphics, man, when they're not borrowed, they're filled in by some random junk. Who knows? Big rigs. Do. Ah, this is the secret. passage shortcut thing. As you can see, it pretty much takes 3 parts of my health every time I run through it. So I'll have the necessary ability to get back. Plus the meat. And you. So I'm going to walk back through it. But yeah, if you just keep going to the right, you'll take that elevator. Then you're pretty much be on your way to the ending level. Otherwise, without taking this stupid shortcut, you'll need to get a green key in order to move on. Move on! Next question, please! Yeah, I'll pretty much be going through this whole gamut. Which is a shame, because after getting the boost in the last level, I don't really get to show them off in this level. Really, it's no use! But this alone is insufficient. Clarice! Revive me from my death! Oh yeah. Good old Havoc engine, right? What is the Nukem? A lot of radioactivity things going on here, so it's like modern atomic age tropes from the 80s applied to like what would be like 50 years from now or whatever. I try not to take time to account watching old movies about what we think the future are, or even ones set in the time they're set in, because it even makes sense at the time. So if you just assume there's like a different logic going on, even in the most realistic movies that are old, you might be able to enjoy them a lot more, and don't take them too seriously, even if they are like reflective of what was going on at the time that they were made. Just never too literally. I think people do that with books too, and that's a shame, because you shouldn't do it that way either. And it's definitely the same with video games. More obvious in the 90s, but it's obvious. It should be obvious with more like recent titles that may have been for the PS3 by this point. So keep in mind, well, most of those things being like when they introduce smartphones and everything, including like, I find it weird when I look at smartphones in like a TV show or like a computer in a TV show, because like, okay, the character is now just staring into the screen, but what's going on the screen? Like, it becomes what I call recursive medium, and, you know, might be related to how in the far future where I think everyone's just going to have like a Spartan-ass room where all their screens are at doing whatever they want, and reality is going to even seem more, like, it's going to be fun, but how it looks for an outsider is not going to be all that interesting. You know what I'm talking about? We got that blue junk again. Ah, no! I've wasted the soda! Arrest me for littering! Oh my freaking god! Joysticks! So fucking go! Let's fucking go! Joysticks! Whoa! Security cam for my security fam. Marie. Oh. You don't have much time to grab balloons in this level before they disappear. Because but they really shouldn't pop when they touch the ceiling. I believe they should stay in. That's just my run-of-the-mill balloon logic. At least according to the Incredible Machine, it would work that way. Not relevant. Yeah, it's an annoying laser that means nothing, and enemies I can't kill. So, yeah, you can forget about 100% enemy kills. That's just not happening. And forget about, like, secret counters, too. It don't be like that. Really, the whole secret counter thing probably did start with Wolfenstein 3D, actually. Even if such things are relevant in some 2D games later. Which I believe they are. I just forget which ones. But there might be some instances of this. Which sweet dreams are made of thee. I don't think I'm in a position in which I can disagree. And of course, if I use them, people are more likely to use them back, as well as abuse. It's a repetitive concept, I know. Double the meat for my meat juices! I'm assuming that I just mutated it with my radioactive gun to give myself more protein. I'm just overdosing myself. Perpetually. Steroids! Steroids and junk! I feel like a lot of action actors in the 80s may have been on roids. I don't mean to say that you don't need to be natural to be good at, that kind of thing, but, you gotta watch your endocrine stuff if you just be like, yeah, steroids, Don't try to take shortcuts to your manhood. You gotta do, If you're trying to do it artificially, you're gonna have a complicated time, which is how it's supposed to be. What I'm saying is careful when you try to hack yourself, is what I mean. Double the meat! Get the meat! Oh yeah, there's some keys when they open doors. The doors are... some doors that are locked are really far away from where you put in the key, and they won't unlock until they come on screen, because just like the enemies that go off screen, things don't really happen until they appear. Objects in the mirror are impermanent, even to dogs and cats without sense of time. And babies. No, babies have a sense of time, I think. I don't know. When does a sense of time appear in a baby? Can a child psychologist fill me in? I know it takes a bit for object impermanence, which is why Peekaboo was such a fun game at that age. Because it's really a horrifying prospect to be like, oh my god, you've disappeared into the void! Oh, you're back. You know. That's how I think people think about most other people, where it's just like, you know, you could just be wrong, because even though you're never going to have time to perceive what's going on in the rest of the world, doesn't mean, you know, yeah. Which could lead to some fanciful counter-arguments that don't mean nothing but, hey, soda drink. This side up. Go up for delicious dangerousness and cheese. Do I want this? I'm gonna leave it there. No, I just said to myself, fuck you, and got the 1,000 points. How nice. I don't feel like I'm gonna be getting a lot of health back, including that nucleus thing. It's just a matter of if I have to travel, like I will, but backtracking can be quite an experience when there's obvious, like, you know, meat pathways where you have to get hit by something in order to continue. So, if you're neglecting health, make sure your health is at least 100% before you do that. Like, even with one health segment, you'll wish you had it. Don't you wish you had full health bar, just like me? Yeah. I bring all the green rectangles to the yard. And they're like, I'm healthier than yours, and I'm like, I can't get any more, and they're like, seize the means, and I'm like, workers! And they're like, double drone mayhem. That, you know, I really want to, you know, I really should do, I'm feeling bored. Maybe I should go try to operate some drone things. I feel like I could translate gaming skill into drone usage, at least in my case. Problem is, the only practical thing I could apply it to is, you know, delivering stuff to people, which, you know, actually would be fun. Not, except I have to account for, like, air traffic. Or just, like, you know, grab stuff that fell on top of my house, or take pictures. Yeah, take pictures of nature up close. So photography drones, like when people smack their smartphone and take pictures, basically. That seems fun. Who knew that drones would be a very, very common thing? I like it. Probably the most recent, that, besides robots, which seem to be being more used, but, I mean, robots have been around. I mean, the concept of drones being, you know, it's a remote-controlled robot in the air that tends to go around, like, I guess the idea has already been a thing, but the way they're used now, which is just kind of like everything, that's cool. Okay? Even though it could be terrible if you, like, attach a nuke to it or something. It's just like, alright. It's also something you can do in Metal Gear Solid 4, I think, maybe? Or am I thinking of, like, no, I'm thinking of Ghost Recon. I'm thinking of that one Ghost Recon game, I think, yeah. Which, by the way, I've played the first Ghost Recon for PS2. I enjoyed it! Turns out I'm actually good at that kind of thing, in terms of, like, a realistic military shooter. But because of the strategy I had to make, so, like, make that a stream idea for me. Just the first Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, including whatever expansion pack was for it, I think. Because, you know, it might be a good experience. I remember playing it, and I remember doing alright at it, all things considered. I thought I would suck at that. I didn't. I think it's just, you have to have patience for it, or it won't work. That's realism. And of course, I'd love using, of course I like having the sniper guy and the demolitions guy. It's like, okay, men, destroy, you know, something, it was like, well, if this was like 2003 or something, I guess it was like about going to the Middle East or something, or some shit, probably. You know, Desert Storm games, too, so maybe it was based in the 90s. Ah, the spinny thing of death! Spin to lose, fucker! There comes my microphone stand again. It's in 3 separate colors of separateness. Oh, man, who turned on the snow cable again? God damn it! Shoot the robots. Robots be shooting. The robots be shooting. E. I know it was with that E joke. I don't care either. Like, lol, so random internet humor, which is taking the form of Radical King. Read a Dr. McNinja comic. You'll be glad you did. I sure was. Also, Axe Cop. That one's pretty cool. I like Axe Cop. You should too. Hang on a sec. I see you survived my maze of madness. I might have underestimated you. But yeah, Axe Cop is like a comic made by a kid and then drawn by, you know, his much older brother. Like with realistic art. It's great. I recommend it. Soda time! Acme! Oh, also they made Axe Cop a cartoon series. I don't know if that's still going. I should try watching that again. That was alright. Oh, the bonuses are strong with me. Read off the side. Become Sun Knob. Bonus! You're doing quite well so far. Let's see if you can keep it up. Also, remember to save. This is a theme for the notes. They're going to keep telling you to save. Oh, yeah. I'd recommend this to new people who've never played a video game before. That could work out. At least for episode 1. Can't say I would know for episode 2 and 3. Even though I've played episode 2 a lot, actually. And episode 3 is okay. I don't know what this is. People in the comments tell me what the fuck that is in the background. I don't know. It looks cool, though, so obviously it is great. There are 2 elevator things. The one on the right, you won't get as much distance as you will with the left. We're also going to get the power glove, because it's so bad today. Yes, I'm thinking about The Wizard, which is the movie that introduced Super Mario 3. Although, it wasn't just that. Think about that being an advertising vehicle. I really like how many things you can find on Super Mario 3 because there's always something to learn from Super Mario 3. I'm fucking serious. It wasn't that long ago until everybody and their grandmother learned about the whole chain chomp thing, where if you wait for long enough, it'll just, you know, be free. Except no one should be playing a Mario 3 level that long, which is why no one ever found out. You know, that kind of stuff. Or finding out like the whole special Toad House mystery or something. Or putting 2 Hammer Brothers together to make a treasure coin ship thing. Yeah. It's great stuff. I like hidden secrets that you don't really get to know about till like 20 years later. It's like, what? It's like, yep, I found it. Or like someone found the last DK triple Kong family 5 Kong family coin thing that was in the mushroom level Fungi Forest. By the way, I know who found that out. Some Swedish dude. And then speeders are like, no, my life is a lie! Well, let that be a lesson, speedrunner. When you think you've done it all, maybe you actually haven't. It's really supposed to be about humility, and instead becomes like a bop to the face. Kind of like when I find out that's like Zero Massacre and actually 100% Doom stuff, and thinking the speedruns would change that way for that reason. But they don't. Which, you know, I mean, there has to be rules to make it standard, but I feel like someone should try to... At a certain point, I think enough people will be able to do 100% of certain games much better than they used to do. And the rules just suit to fit the scene. Or something. I don't know. I didn't make those rules. Going up. The security cameras don't have to be attached to the ceiling. They could just be mid-air like a stupid face. You got pipes. You got those bricks, which, you know, I think they look like either Mario 1 or Mario 3 bricks. Hey, it's that guy who couldn't shoot me from there. If he's below you, he can't shoot you, but you can shoot him back and be... I guess it's the same with being below him also, but Whatever. I forget the hitbox of the firing shot. You tell me about that. I'll tell you about car insurance. No! I've got good news. I'm actually pronounced Gecko. It was a whole lie. Alright, we're almost here. Duke, in spite of your persistence, my plan to rule Earth will not be stopped. Ah ha ha! Ooh, this time his TV's actually, like, levitating from the background. It's not actually attached to a wall texture. It's just, like, standing there like a TV in class from a substitute teacher or something. Interesting. And I've got the robo-hand! You use the robo-hand on a thing that looks like a hand. You just insert it by putting your hand in, going and pressing it. And then it extends a platform, which also has the bonus of being able to be used by the next item, grappling hook from underneath it. Also, if you try to use the hand thing without the robo-hand, you're gonna get hurt. Don't attempt this, but do it for funs anyway, I guess, if you want, but just don't. It's, don't lick the gift horse in the hand, because it has no hands. Those are paws. This is paws for discomfort purposes. High voltage. Can of soda. Ah, conveyor belts are a thing. You know what they do. Okay. Let's watch it be generated. Ready? Robo hand. Here comes my hand of Robo. There we go. Not sure what that effect was. Yes, required item. Most defiantly. You can shoot these rockets and then they go up and then drop blue boxes. Probably with balloons. I mean, usually with balloons. They also destroy the platforms below them. You also get an extra you also get a particular bonus for destroying all in any given level, which they are available to shoot at. Alright, the green key is going to take us out of this level. Yep. Which means I'm just going out to a cleared out place and be like, oh, there's nothing to see anymore. That's just how this was. It's not like how linear Japanese platform games are. You know, there's more of a sprawl and a silence and a thinking to myself about what to do. I don't mind it too much, but maybe the lapses will make people mad with emptiness. 1, 4, 5, 7. I hope that's not your PIN number. You want to change it right now. Change it if your PIN number is 1457. I'm sorry, random person at home, who I got that right, but yeah. Find the grappling hooks to beat the next level. Use them to grab on special rated ceilings. All right, I'm Link now. Yay! No, it's you just shove them on your hands and you can grab ceilings. Yep. Which ones? Also, it's not like in Super Metroid. There's no like beam. They're just attached to your hands, so it's not like a hook shot either. Just attach and then let dry. See you soon.